Hello, Reba. How are you doing?
Hi. Hi there.
Hi.
This is Aurelia.
Pretty soon she'll be able to say all the prayers.
Right.
So, how are you doing? Hello, Sharon Jaffe.
Hello, Rabbi. How are you?
Semi-sane. Ah, it's been quite a week.
Yeah, it has. How's your store?
We closed it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we sold the building, and today was the closing. So,
Hmm.
so I spent the last 2 or 3 weeks packing and moving, and it's been
Oh, that's not fun at all.
no.
Um,
So sitting still for 5 minutes and doing a service is a little touch of normalcy. Sort of nice.
mm.
And of course, then stuck in the middle of that was my son's wedding last week. So
Oh, that's nice, though.
yeah, it was really good.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Oh,
So I think my back muscles are in permanent spasm state.
yeah. Lifting.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Are you still doing it online or no?
What, the store? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's good.
Plus, I'll be doing, like I'm right now in the middle of the Atlanta Jewish Book Festival. So
Oh,
So I'll be
cool.
doing festivals and book fairs and that kind of thing
Oh, that's
as well.
nice.
Here comes Ellen.
Hi, Alan. Thanks. You wait. You wait already. Is the weather good there in Atlanta?
Yes,
Well,
it has been very good. Well, I mean, it's been warm and we have not had any rain, although last night it was hinting at it. But got maybe 2 drops and that was it. So
hmm. It was warm here in New York today.
yeah, it seems nice on the surface, but it worries me when it's not, when it's warm like this in
Yeah, when
November,
there's no rain.
when it's supposed to be
Yep.
cold,
Yeah,
so
I know it's kind of scary.
yeah, who says climate change isn't real?
Oh God, they're mistaken.
Yeah, very scary, very scary.
Mm.
Ah, trying to figure out what the baby's playing with. Looks like an egg.
Mm.
That could be hazardous.
Yeah,
So how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. My son's coming home from college, so I'm excited. Mm,
Yeah.
It's Saturday.
Has the semester ended already?
I think like December, but he has like Thanksgiving break.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Rudolph.
Hi,
Good to see you.
Hey, Rudolph.
thank you.
The baby must be playing with a computer.
Reba.
So what's happening with you, Rudolph? Mm. Hello, Susan. Hello, Marvin. We're getting there. 8 people. 2 more and we're a minion. Ah, actually, Jeff and Lynn might count as 2. Hello, y'all.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing okay.
Good, good, good.
It's nice to be a little bit normal human.
Yes. Yes.
My week has been anything but normal.
I hope it's nothing serious.
Oh, small details like closing my store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
By choice or?
We sold the building
Oh,
and it closed today. The escrow closed today.
oh, congrats,
So,
I guess.
so it's meant lots of packing and moving. And Ruthie is tired.
Moving is no fun.
No, it is not.
We moved 6 months ago and we still have stuff in storage. So the house we bought was too small, so now we have to add on to it, and it took 4 months just to get permits from the town. Horrible.
Are you going to continue to sew from home or something?
Yes. Yeah.
Store
But
was
it'll allow me also more time to do my rabbi thing.
mhm. Store wasn't working out, or
No, we sold the building, so
oh,
we sold the building. And the way commercial building sales work, you don't know basically until the last 30 days whether it's actually going to go through. So we actually had a sale last year, and right in the middle of escrow it fell out. So, in 2020 hindsight, I'm glad that it did, because it would have been really tough to pack and move in the middle of ordination. Ah,
Yeah. And now it's cold, and that's no fun moving in the winter.
Well, the winters in Atlanta are milder anyway.
yeah, they are, fortunately. It's good for this Southern California girl.
Except for the ice storms.
Yeah, and we don't have too many of those. It's been a while since we had one of those. Okay. There are 9 of us so far. One more, one more.
Count one of my cats.
Does your cat speak Hebrew?
No. Well, I don't
Does
speak
your cat
Hebrew.
read? Does your cat meow on cue? Ah, okay, here we go. All right, and now we are at 10. Outstanding, outstanding. So welcome, welcome everybody. I hope you all are doing well. It has been quite a week for me. Quite a week for me.
I was shocked when they said that Israel should take a 4-day ceasefire.
Yeah, that's quite something, but
It's
if it means they'll get their hostages back, that would be nice.
right.
Are we gonna have You're gonna have a ceasefire? I didn't hear anything about it.
They're at least talking about it.
Yeah. Netanyahu doesn't want to do it, and I don't blame him.
Ah. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Hamas is not exactly trustworthy.
Absolutely not. Why you keep looking? Keep looking.
And what about the Israeli hostages?
Good question.
They're supposed to be getting back some hostages. I'm not sure who they are. I got the impression that they were working on American hostages, but I'm not sure. I have been a little bit out of sync with things the last couple of days. Oh.
Well, I know they were showing, doing a little walk through the hospital where they were finding where the people were keeping their weapons and everything else. And then later I read where they did find some remains of one of the hostages. It was an older woman.
Yeah.
There, so.
Unfortunately. Actually, by my standards, 64 is young. Okay, I'm looking for volunteers. Sharon, what are you volunteering for? I see the hand up.
Oh, she froze. Oops, there you go.
Okay, so Sharon, would you like to do the Baruch Hu? Or something else?
Sorry. Yeah, Barhu is good.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. And who would like to read Everlasting Love?
I will.
Sue?
Yeah,
Susan?
I will.
Okay. Marvin, would you like to do the Shema?
Fine.
Okay. And you shall love. Rudolph, would you like to do that?
Yes, I'll do.
Okay. And then we skip down to Reb Nachman of Bratislav. Any takers? Ellen, are you up to it today?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. And the English interpretation of the Aleinu. Okay, so who hasn't done one? Okay, so Jeff, you'd like to do that?
Sure.
All right. Okay. I'm out of practice. I don't even know what I'm doing. And here we are. So let us take a moment, close our eyes, breathe deeply. Notice how when you breathe deeply, it seems like your pain disappears. Breathe in, breathe out. Imagine that you're on the clouds as the sun is setting and it's turning a brilliant orange. Ine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Ine ma tovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ine ma tov, ine ma tov. La 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 la. Ine ma tovu manayim. La 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 la. Ine ma tovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Ine ma tovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Ine ma tovu manayim. Shevet achim gam yachad. Behold how good it is to dwell together in unity. How wonderful it is for us to be able to worship together. V'chu rachum yichaper avon v'lo yashid, v'chirba lahashiv apo, v'lo ya'ir kohamato, Adonai Hoshiach, HaMelech Ya'anenu, Vayom Karenu. God, being merciful, grants atonement and does not destroy. God restrains wrath and refuses to let rage be all-consuming. Save us, Adonai. Answer us, O Sovereign, when we call. Sharon, please lead us in the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hambarach. Baruch Adonai Hambarach L'olam Va'ed.
Thank you. Roll into dark, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golem mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Roll into day, roll into night. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Eloheinu melech haolam. Hang on a second. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amhavta Torah u'mitzvot u'kim mishpatim otanu limadata. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu v'shachenu u'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki cham ayenu orech yameinu uvachem nege yomam v'layla. Ve'harav v'char al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael. So Rudolph,
Oh, no.
Everlasting love. Everlasting love, Adonai, you offered your people, teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments when we lie down and when we rise up. We will rejoice in your Torah forever.
Marvin, please lead us in the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malakuso, Leolam Vaed.
Thank you. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibata bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech u'shokbecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uv'tavtam amuzuzot beitecha u'visharecha. Now, Susan, please read You Shall Love.
You shall love the Lord your God with all your being. Take to heart these instructions which I charged you this day, impress them on your children, recite them at home and along your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and between your eyes, and upon the doorposts of your house. Thus shall you observe my commandments and be holy to your God.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Emet ve'emunah kol zot v'kayam aleinu ki hu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ein zulato ve'anachnu Yisrael amo. Blessed are you, Adonai, who Israel amo. Lost my place, sorry folks. We affirm that the Eternal is our God and redeems, performs wonders, and vindicates us with miracles. U'malchuto brazon kiblu aleichem. Moshe u'vnei Yisrael lechanu shira v'simcha rabba v'yamru kulam mi chamocha b'alim Adonai mi chamocha neda b'kodesh nora tehilot o zefele Mahutecha rauvanecha bokei hayom livnei Moshe zeli anu v'yameru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. V'ne'amar ki padad Adonai et Yaakov v'goal omnilo miyad hazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai God Yisrael. And we come to the Hashkivenu. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ufros aleinu, Sukkot, Sukkot, Shlomecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Help us to lie down in peace and rise up, awaken, renewed. The Hashkivenu asks God for his protection at night. And of course, we are approaching night as the sun sets. Ushemor tzatenu uvoenu l'chaim u'l'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai shomer amo Yisrael le'ad. Baruch Adonai Borei Bayom, Baruch Adonai Balayla, Baruch Adonai Bishchokvenu, Baruch Adonai Bekumenu, Ki Bayadacha Nafshot Hahayim V'Hametim. We praise Adonai morning, noon, and night. Into your hands we entrust our spirit. Ki hamachot sheka hi le'omei ad yimloch b'chavod ki en lanu melech alata Baruch atah Adonai HaMelech b'chodo tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed ve'akol ma'asav. And we have another visitor. And this brings us to the Chazi Kaddish, the punctuation mark of our service that separates the beginning from the Amidah and lets us know that something important is going to happen. Ikadal v'ikadash shemei rabbah me'amad divrach yiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayechon v'yomechon Charei dechot beYisrael, Bagalah bizman kariv, V'imru amen. Yehi shemei rabbah mevorach, Le'olam olamei u'maya, Yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh. Vitadar vitalel vitalal shemere kudsha brichu le'ela min kol brechata b'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiram be'alama v'imru Amen. Okay. Oh, there we go. And now we come to the central prayer of our service. It reminds us of the chain from olden times, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rachel, Rebecca, and Leah, and connects us to modern times. It offers us a time to thank God for many blessings and to petition if we so choose. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Ha'el Hagadol v'Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Hasdei Avot, U'Mevi Goel Livnei V'Nechem, L'man Shemo V'Yachava, Melech Ozer, U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham. Atah Gibor Le'olam, Adonai, Machaye Metim, Atah Rav Lahoshia, Mashiv HaRuach Omarin, Hagashem. Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Rofeh Holim, Umatir Asirim, Umakayem Emanato L'Shanei Afar, Michamocha Ba'alim Adonai, Umido Melach, Melech Memid, Umachaye, Umatzmiat Yeshua. V'ne'aman v'haya atah l'chayot metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye ha'metim. Okay.
Rev Nachman of Breslau. Do not think that the words of prayer as you say them go up to wait a second. Go up to God. It is not the words themselves that ascend, but the burning desire of your heart that rise like smoke to heaven. If your prayers consist of only words and letters and does not contain your heart's desire, how can it rise up to God?
Thank you. And this brings us to the Kaddish Shalom, which separates the Amidah from the rest of the service. Yikadal v'yikadal shemei rabbah, ve'amad divra kirute, v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'gala va v'zman kari v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei Rab, Yehei shemei Rabbah mevarach leolam, ulamei umaya yitbarach, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal, shemei dekudshah brichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Damiram b'yamav yimru. Amen. Tikabal, Slotachon, Uvotachon, V'chol Beit Yisrael. Kodam Avuchon, Davishmaya V'imru. Amen. Yehe Shemei Rabba Mevarach Le V'chayayim. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav. Uyase Shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. And we come to the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tek gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'gayei haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot la'adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu k'chol hamonam. V'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai L'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. And in the English, Jeff.
It is up to us to praise the crown of all, to ascribe greatness to the author of creation, who has given us a Torah of truth and plated eternal life within us. Thus we bow in worship and thankfulness before the sovereign of sovereigns, the Holy One of being.
Thank you. And now we come to the portion of our service where we think about the people who are ill in our lives and ask for blessing for them. So, if you could put their names in the chat. Oh, there it is. Okay, so please put names of the people you would like to remember. So, Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, David, Bob, Kevin, Toby, and Rabbi Shush. Thank you. Rudolph, Erica, Ellen D., and all other cancer patients who are terminally ill, and all those in Yisrael who need peace and healing. Olivia, Anastasia, Evan, Lynn, Tucson Jim, Granny Franny, all Ukrainian people, and Israeli folks. Joanne Hall, Jean Hall, John Hall, Deb Adore, Julie O'Connor, Sharon, and Rabbi Shush. Any others that we'd like to remember? Sharon Jaffe remembers Stephen, Georgette, Daniel, Sharon, Rabbi Shush, Carrie, Eric, Gabe, Steve, Robin, Granny Franny, Rabbi Deborah's mom, Roy, and Doug. Doug? And C.R. Rao by Howard Gruber. And Sharon Jaffe says, yes, it was Doug. Any others? And I would like to remember Shush, of course, and my friend Beth, who is in hospice. Okay. Adonai Rinson Milfanecha, Adonai Elohei Velohei Avotei Tishlach Lecha Mehera Rufuach Shlema Hashamayim Rufuat Hanefesh Rufuat Haguf Lechole Betoch Sha'ar Hole Yisrael. So we ask for blessings of health and good spirits for all of the people Yisrael. May the one who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all those who are ill, whom we have named, and those that we have had in our hearts. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health and grant that their strength be revived. May God swiftly send them a complete renewal of body and spirit. And let us say, Amen. Mishem Baruch Avotenu Mechor HaBracha Lotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And now we come to the mourner's cottage, where we remember those who have passed in the last week or 30 days, in the last year, and those who have passed at this time in years past. So please put the names of people that you'd like to remember in the chat. Okay, Sharon Jaffe would like to remember Barbara and Mike. My dad, my grandfather, Oscar. Randy Miller, Dick Gessinger, Joe Amato, and Helen Barron. From Joanne. Fred and Adelaide. From Jeff and Lynn. So sorry, Barbara and Mike were for healing prayers. Okay. That's a good thing. Mike and Rosalind from Jeff and Lynn in New Jersey. Any others? Okay. Yikadav Yikadash Me Rabbah Be'alma Divrach Yerute V'yamlich Mahute B'chayechon V'yomechon Uchaye Decho Beit Yisrael Bagala Mizman Kari Vimru Amen Yehesh Me Rabbah Mavarach Le'olam Umea Maya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitba'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitalev V'yitalav Shmei Kudsha Brichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tush B'chata V'nechemata Damiram Be'ama V'imru Amen. Yehesh Lama Rabba Min Shemaya. B'chaim Aleinu Ve'akol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom B'marmav. Uyasei Shalom. Aleinu Ve'akol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Son Imrefi Begyon Libi Levanecha Adonai Tzuri Adonai Tzuri Begali Oh say Shalom Shalom B'Ramav Uya say Shalom Aleinu Be'akol Yisrael Imru Amen Be'akol Yisrael Imru Amen. And now it is Erev Tov, and the sun sets for yet another day, and actually begins the next. So I just wanted to share a little thing with you about why I do the service the way I do, and that is that with JSLI, we were, thank you, we were supposed to learn the conservative way of leading services. So that's having come from the Reform movement, that was a little bit foreign for me, maybe like a lot foreign. And so I'm still working on perfecting it, but I see this as an opportunity to practice, among other things. So I hope you'll bear with me as I practice on you. So, any other good news from anybody? Speak up.
I got my blood work back and it was good.
Good. Outstanding. Yes, we like that. We like good health. We like very good health. I texted with Shush today, and she is going home, or she is home by now. So that's a step in the right direction. She says she is getting stronger, so that's a good thing.
Good.
She told me that she will be going to work in person at her synagogue at the end of the month. So that's 2 weeks away.
Good.
I just don't want her to overdo it.
Mm-mm.
Ellen Friedman, how are you doing? She is not answering. Joanne, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I had something very nice happen this morning.
Yes.
I took Annie to have her grooming, and we were walking out, and there was a woman there, and they have cats, lots of kittens, and the woman was cleaning the cages, and I stopped to talk and admire the kittens. And she said, "What congregation do you belong to?" And she kind of took me, and then I realized I wear a Star of David. I've worn the same one for years that my parents brought me from Israel when I was 16 years old. And we started talking. I was telling her about Sim Shalom, and she said, I belong to Temple Solel right here in Bowie, and you should come and visit us. We have a great sisterhood, and you don't even have to join the synagogue if you don't want to. Do you play mahjong? Yeah, the whole thing. And we had such a nice conversation. And she gave me her phone number, and I'm going to check them out. And that was just very nice.
And you'll have an automatic friend when you walk in the door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, here, I thought that you had persuaded her to join us.
Well, I was telling her about you, so it'll give us an opportunity to talk about both.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Sue Bowers, what's happening with your week?
Oh, we're doing good here. Yeah, I belong to a conservative congregation too, brick and mortar, and I think the combination between that and Sim Shalom is perfect because one thing, I don't like to drive at night too much, and if it's raining, I especially don't like to drive. But I've learned so much from the brick and mortar, but I'm also, because I can be here on a daily basis, just about. And, if I had to be at the brick and mortar every day, I probably wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to afford the gas to get back and forth. But between working and I've just, and the fact that, I'm still learning Hebrew. I mean, it's a long process, but the fact that every evening is a different rabbi, and the prayers are the same, but they're done a little bit different in different inflections. I do have some CDs that have learning Hebrew on it, but you're listening to the same ones saying it over and over again, whereas here it's a little bit more conversational, even though they're prayers, but they're, so I'm picking up. And now when I see a Hebrew word, I go, oh, I know how to say that. Yeah. And so I I think if I kind of like the combination of both, um and this T-shirt I'm wearing, you see, it's in our family, no one fights alone, or yeah. Um, one of my cousins came up with this idea, and matter of fact, she kind of designed the T-shirt, and we got them on our the people family on my mom's side, which is the Thomas side. There is sometimes there's a lot of cancer. And so they came up with this. And so it's kind of this family thing that we have of supporting each other. So I've got a couple of these shirts. I wear them all over. And of course, this little pin here, well, the blue ribbon came from my brick and mortar. This one, the little one, a few weeks ago, one of the local churches had a stand with Israel, and they were giving everybody these little pins. Well, my brick and mortar also has these little pins, but they kind of ran out of them. And I said, this was a gift from that church, and if they can stand up with me, I'm gonna stand with them too. So it comes up with a good conversation, and I think it brings people together. And so with that, we're doing good.
Isn't Sim Shalom basically supposed to be non-denominational?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's universalist is what they really
Mm-hmm.
say. So non-denominational or universalist,
And
however you look at it.
universalist just sounds like a philosophy to me.
What?
I said universalist, the idea just sounds like a philosophy, sort of.
Well, the idea is that as universalist rabbis, we can fit into various scenarios depending upon, whatever it is. So we should be able to go to a Reform synagogue and be able to lead a service, or a conservative synagogue and lead a service.
Well, technically, you could lead a service in an Orthodox synagogue if your Hebrew is good enough.
Yeah, and actually, but some of our guys come from the Orthodox shul, so that's where they are, and some of us are somewhere between Reform and Conservative. So I'm right now, in addition to going to Sim Shalom online, I also go to a conservative synagogue for morning minyan and alternating Saturdays, and I also go to Temple Emmanuel, which is Reform. So I get everything.
Okay.
But I don't think I'd be accepted too well in an Orthodox shul.
No, I don't. No, I guess they don't have women rabbis there.
No. They're working on something that they um I don't know. But she's not, she's not a rabbi, but she is very educated and knowledgeable. So, the people who are in this role. But yeah, no, the Orthodox are not ready for women rabbis yet.
Yeah, yeah. I my well, my parents weren't really observant. I got what religious education I had in an Orthodox school because it was 2 blocks from the house and they charged less tuition than anyone else in the neighborhood.
Well, that's the deal.
In
That's the deal.
Brooklyn.
So you got your bar mitzvah,
Sort of.
sort of.
Well, I mean, my parents the rabbi, the teacher gave up on me because I couldn't carry a tune. And then my grandfather arranged for me to be called to the Torah for the blessings, before, like basically in Aliyah in the Orthodox shul. I attended at the very early morning service. But that was my bar mitzvah. My mother wasn't present.
Mhm. Hmm.
So, Susan, are you aiming to get a bat mitzvah?
Me?
Yes, you.
Actually, I kind of had one because in our conservative, they said, especially an adult, the main thing that they needed to do is to get called up for an aliyah, which I have done several times. And um, when I started going there, I they already knew I was coming in from Sim Shalom. And, I told them up front, I said, I know you're conservative and I'm coming in from this side. If I need to take another class with y'all, I'm willing to do that. And the rabbi at the time, I had all my notes from my classes that I took with Sim Shalom, showed him everything. And he looked at it, he says, you've done more than I would have had you do. So I was fine. And so basically, the only thing left for me to do maybe sometime is to read a passage from the Torah. And I'm working on that and getting that. But as far as a formal bat mitzvah, most of us adults, we don't have the same type as the kids do. But I'm happy with what we did. And nobody threw marshmallows at me. Yeah, but
That's good.
no, we had fun. It. I find that I've learned so much from both sides. So
once you're 13, don't you become a bar mitzvah sort of automatically, whether you have a ceremony or not?
That is true.
yeah,
That
I
is true.
suppose. Yeah.
But for some of us, we would like to have the ceremony and have it be a meaningful event that
Mhm.
signifies we have learned something.
Yeah.
Right, Jeff?
Correct.
Right.
So, guys, do you remember your bar mitzvah?
I like to share some good news real quick.
Yes.
Lynn has had severe reflux her whole life. She never found anybody who can help her. We were living in the Poconos for 9 years, and we were going to a group, and they supposedly did all these tests. They had her swallow cameras, and I mean the whole gamut. But they never cured her. So I mean, she would get such severe reflux at night. She couldn't lie down, and it really aggravated me because I would say to the doctor, "You haven't helped her any," and they would just say, "Well, continue what you're doing," which meant just keep taking more pills. So we moved back to Jersey, and somehow she comes across a Dr. Grossman, and he does a pH test of her esophagus, and he says, "Oh, you're a good candidate for this procedure. It's called TIF. They put a device down the throat, and it bends back up, and he does this tightening at the base of the esophagus and the top of the stomach." And I says, "Doctor," I says, "you're a genius. Is this like a brand new procedure that you discovered or you made up?" He says, "Oh no, this has been out about 8 years." And her mother passed away from esophageal cancer, that her mother had it so severely. So she's in the hospital now. She's supposed to be home today, but she still has pain, so she's coming home tomorrow. But it just, I'm thinking like, how come this other guy didn't know about it? How many patients came to him he didn't help, and they could be having, could be developing cancer in their throats. And I don't know. I mean, it's good that you found this guy, but I'm also kind of upset she wasn't helped years ago.
I'm glad that she is getting the care that she needs, and she has a rosy prospect. Rudolph, what's going on with you?
Thank you for asking. Well, I'm currently working for a customer that I'm having some problems with because he doesn't communicate much. This is very unusual in the software business. So we're to have a new customer soon with a long contract extending way into until the end of next year. And even with more money to be earned. So everything is okay and fine.
That's good.
Ellen Friedman, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
Kind of zoning out in and out. I had a long day at work.
I know how that goes. It's nice to zone
Yeah,
out.
but
Rabbi
also
Elias?
nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Rabbi Elias, how are you doing? He's not going to answer us.
He's
Okay.
probably driving, maybe.
And Abraham and Rivka.
It's Al, Rabbi.
Oh,
I forgot I left that on there from last Shabbat. So,
oh, okay. Our driving Al.
yes, I have to get my PSA checked every 4 months.
Ouch.
I had a couple prostate biopsies the last few years, and my PSA came back normal range. So that was good news.
That's good.
And
That's good.
but I still have a little friend there, so they just keep close eye on it. And Tracy's still in therapy. making progress. And let's see, I got a brand new truck today, so
Wow.
6 miles on it. So I'm running a little late tonight. So
I have 385,000 miles on my vehicle. Lots of miles from doing book fairs.
I had a Honda like that. I gave it to my niece, and then she used it for a trade-in. But other than that, we're doing okay.
Good, very good. Well, folks, I'm about ready to expire because I've been up since midnight of last night.
Oh my.
Yeah, so packing and moving, loading, unloading. So I think I'm gonna say goodnight to y'all and Erev Tov, thank you. And I'll see you next week. Okay. Oh, and let's not forget about Shabbat. So stay tuned to Sim Shalom for Shabbat services tomorrow night. All right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Good
Erev
night.
Tov.
תודה רבה.
Shalom.
Shalom.